So this is something that Bolo just showed on his video. I'm going to do my own video for it because it is pretty cool feature that is in MPC 3. We all know, or should know, at least if you're new to it, then you'll have to look this up, that you can record to an audio track, which is what I did. So I recorded from the computer, from glitch machines into the MPC, a nice audio track to give me some glitch. So that's what it sounds like at the BPM of 78. And it's only 8 bars. All right, so you hear that. But right here on this screen, you can change the BPM and you'll see, oh, let me go to the other screen because it is easier to see. So here we are on this screen. I'm gonna go to the BPM in this screen, or to the arranger so you can see it. So here's the 8 bars, right? And if you see I'm moving the BPM, it's finger hit the button on here, moving the BPM. It's stretching based on, so if I change it, and it keeps the timing. So whatever BPM you change it to, it's going to stay in that time. The only caveat, or the only thing I don't like, or I think could be better, I'm going to show you, is if this is, let's say this is 16 bars. If I want to stretch this out really long, like let's say it's 78, so I'm going to do 156, just as an example. Now I want to stretch this over here. There's no, at this current beta version that I'm on, there's no way to extend this audio clip. It's literally going to stay in that 8 bar bracket. So I can't make 8 bars 16 bars. It just doesn't work that way. So whereas like in Ableton, and you might be able to do this on Fruity Loops, or even on Logic, you can take and extend the sample and then make it enlarge the sample. So like if I could put a fake audio clip here, which I can't, or if I do like this right button. So if you were able, just say, to draw in a clip, an audio clip, and then connect them and then extend it all the way to there, that would be like some Ableton type stuff where you could warp the sample and see the sample extended. You technically warping it now is just, is keeping it intact still, but speeding up the tempo of it being played. So just something to think about. So you pretty much know you need to record. If you're going to do this type of workflow, you need to record this thing a lot longer. The other way would be chop the sample and play it back. In this particular case, it's glitch stuff. I'm not going to really chop the sample necessarily. But if you wanted to chop the sample, if you were going to do that type of thing, you can bounce this down to a sample. Did you see that? Hold on a second. Bounce it down to a sample, okay? And then after you bounce it down to a sample, then you can put it on a drum track. Oops. Why am I changing the tempo? It's not what I want. Nope. I just want to change the track. There we go. So here it is. And what you could do is go in and chop that. Right? Chop that up and then have it across multiple and just play back your sample for a longer time frame, especially with something with texture where it's not a lot going on. It's just kind of glitchy stuff. It's not really necessary to. So anyway, it's just a thought. It's pretty cool that you can do all this. And the fact that you can do it right there on that main screen here, you don't have to do a lot. You can even edit, at least pull the sample back. We all know that by now if you've seen any of the YouTube videos on MPC 3.0. But I think it's kind of nice that you can, the audio tempo stay intact. They're almost at that Ableton point. I could sense it. Like it's almost an Ableton feature. It's a little bit missing to make it there, but it seems like it's almost like it's headed that way with the warping. So anyway, just kind of fun thing. And this only works, as far as I know, obviously with audio samples. But the stretching of it is pretty unique and fun, if you ask me. I even like the idea that you can slow it down really slow. Oops, I'm in the wrong. See, on the drum track, you're not moving anything. So, but yeah, on this one, being able to adjust the sample really slow. But see, you gotta, the thing is, when you go in here to look at this, I find it more interesting to look at here. And you can see that the sample is so it would be nice if you could directionally just stretch this out or do whatever. And if they ever had warp markers, oh my goodness, like we go some Ableton stuff where we can do that, then it's going to be super unique. But at this present point, it looks like it's headed in a good direction, in my opinion, you know, that is getting better. But they also still need that to add more audio tracks so that you can have more to play with. But also being able to edit, MIDI edit on the timeline, cut, slice, and do all that would be nice. That's why the mouse would be amazing, because then you could select the marker. Instead of just using this looper bar up here, you could, you know, put the marker where you want it and just, but see right now it's super sensitive. That's why I'm trying to get it to where you want it. You got to go in and adjust here to get it to locate it exactly where I want it. To the beat. There we go. But yeah, so picking the beat that you want and then being able to do it, it would be cool to fix that or highlight this. If they're going to use the looper, if that's the case, being able to put it on that exact point you want to drop out stuff is kind of what we need. But anyway, pretty cool. MPC is growing and getting better every single day. And I think eventually it's just going to be even more complete workflow that a DAW has, which seems like where they're headed. And I totally understand that, because it's going to bring in people that like Fruity Loops and like Ableton, which is like me, right? And others that like it will be more prone to look at MPC for that versus it just being a sampler, drum box sequencer, right? Which is what it is, or what it is in its current state. Anyway, fun times ahead, and that's it. I'm out.